I'm Jill Shalvis, and I write small town romances. So I've always been fond of cookies, not so much baking. The main character of my new novel, her name is Leah. She's a pastry chef. So if I'm writing about baking in a book, I can do this. I guess the thing about baking is that you have to wait for the oven to heat up and for the cookies to cook. But with a box of cookies, you can just open up and they're ready to go. No waiting. Always on My Mind features a pastry chef who failed out of pastry school, and she had a very public failure on a reality show, and so she comes home to Lucky Harbor kind of with her tail between her legs, determined to succeed at something. And her grandma is running a bakery, so this pastry chef ends up running a bakery and making cookies and donuts instead of the things she's used to. And now that she's back in town, she runs into some old friends, one of whom is a very sexy firefighter. They've been friends forever. And his mother is very ill. And so to make her feel better, she tells a little fib that her and her son are together in a relationship. So this fake relationship, while needing to stay fake, somehow turns not so fake. I write about small town romances because I grew up in a large town, Los Angeles, and it was very anonymous, and no one knew anybody, and I always dreamed about what would it be like to live in a small town and have a sense of community and a bunch of people who knew you and knew your history. So when I became a writer, it was a very natural thing for me to write small town, write what I'd been dreaming about for all those years, and give myself a sense of community through fiction. Lucky Harbor is a fictional town on the Pacific West Coast of Washington, sandwiched between the Pacific Ocean and the Olympic Mountains. And basically I made it up as a small town full of quirky characters to suit myself, to give myself that small town feeling I'd always yearned for. People who know everyone's history, everyone knows everyone's name. It's the kind of place where you could keep a bucket of gold in your back seat of your car and it wouldn't get stolen, but you can't keep a secret. Well, my workspace is varied. I don't sit still very well. I have ADHD and tend to roam, so I don't have a desktop computer. I don't even have a desk. So I just write wherever the muse takes me. A lot of times it's on the deck or in my woods. We live in the woods, or at the lake, or wherever I can find some quiet. About 100 yards out from our house through the woods is a cliff, a 300-foot cliff down to the river, and there's a set of rocks out there that I have made my own, and I sit on the rocks with my feet tucked in so I don't feel like I'm going to fall over the cliff, and I write, and I can write there for hours and hours. I wrote Always on My Mind last summer when the house was filled with a lot of teenagers, so I'd walk out to the cliff and clear my mind and listen to the river going by and spend my hours out there writing pages every day.